So what are you doing in Taiwan?
Taiwan, I was studying international business and marketing.
Oh.
I did that for 4 years. And within the 4 years I was there, I was also working part-time. I started off as a hotel waiter.
Okay.
Worked at a hotel. From a hotel, I went to work for a credit repair service company. So it fixes people's credit score. Okay, so I started in 2023, October with 6.
Okay. Yeah.
And now I have a space of 30 every 3 months.
Sure.
One thing I want to put out there that, feedlotting is not nice. It's like, I don't want to give that influence that, guys, it's easy and everyone must do it. No. So when you look at that demand, it has a high entry level.
Welcome to another episode of Behind the Ideas with Phiwa. This is your boy, your brother, Phiwa Ngosingwenya, and we are back again with another insightful, inspirational, motivational episode. And we have cooked, once again, another great episode, guys, and I hope you like it. We've got my brother here, I can't even describe him. We've got the phenomenal Suthi Major. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. Yeah, that's up. Thank you, bro, for being here. Thank you very much. It's truly an honor to have you in the house today. And I hope anyone who's watching this, before you even continue watching, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, you hit that notification button so that you are notified anytime we drop an episode. You comment, bruh, if this episode helped you and how it helped you, and you like it, and you share the link anywhere, in any platform you can share it. But thank you, bro, for being here. We spoke, I think, as I've said, I don't even know if it was late or what, because it's basically impossible for you to be here right now. But here you are. And for that, bro, thank you very much. It shows your dedication to to working with other young people like you are. It shows, Suthi, you are just a people's person. As we've spoken about other works you're planning to do behind the scenes. So thank you very much for being here. I hope you are good, bro.
No, thank you. I'm good, man. I'm an advocate for the youth because I feel like we are the type to take each other to the levels that we need to be. So when you send me that text and you're like, I know it's tough, but I need you today, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know what? No, let me do it.
Yeah, bro.
So I appreciate you having me and thankful for the team behind the scenes as well who are doing amazing work, man.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Yeah. Thank you very much once again. And I think, let's get into it because we've been talking behind the scenes, and right now I hope we are in the mood, we are in the zone, bro. Just to tell us, who is Suthi Major, man? Who is Suthi Major? Because people are anticipating right there. Maybe they were brought here by the thumbnail because the thumbnail is fire right now.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But who is Suthi Major, bro? Let's just start it from there.
I would say Suthi Major is a businessman, is a friend, a brother. He's someone who is compassionate, has a lot of passion to what he does. He's an action doer.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, he's a God-fearing man.
Yeah, that's very important, bro. Yeah. And all you've said, bro, I've been following on the socials, your work, bro, your work, you're everywhere, bro, and you're doing great things with great people, and that's inspirational, bro. That's very inspirational, and I hope today we'll dive deep into everything we're talking about. We'll touch base on everything, on all your businesses, bro. I hear you do a lot of things, Suthu beef, Bliss Burgers, and the one with the data. What's that one?
Customer Connect.
Customer Connect. I've forgotten it. Yeah, but Customer Connect. And I hope we'll touch on based on everything that we've talked about. But let's start to say, I just want to find out, where does this entrepreneurial drive come from? As a young boy, what happened? Maybe at school, before being Suthi Major, we know right now. Where did it start, bro? If you can trace it for us.
If I can take it back, I think it started when I was in high school. It started in grade 9, because in grade 9, my very close friend at that time, him and I started a clothing brand. So we used to sell T-shirts. This is grade 9, like I'm 15 years old. So when we started it, obviously we weren't thinking it was going to be for money. But and then when we started wearing it, you know, during CV's Day, on Fridays, you know, people started asking questions. Where's this coming from? Instagram also started. That's when people started caring about Instagram. The trip and all that. So when I was 15, a very close friend of mine at the time wanted to do a clothing brand because we didn't really like what was happening at Mr. Price and everything. So we wanted to make our own style.
This
is in the country. We were at Njabulweni at the time at Moneni. So when we did that, we're like, okay, let's do that. But we also noticed the influence of Instagram at the time, 2015, 2016. And also we love hip hop. I'm a hip hop fan. So, you know, we then started posting what we were coming up with, and people really liked the designs. And then that's when we started getting orders even from people in class. You know, can we please? So Friday after school, we jump on a Kumbi, we go to the bus rank, we go and look for places to
display,
to screen prints, to embroider.
I get that.
So after that, that's when I started now seeing, okay, this is how I can make money without asking money from my parents. And then fast forward to matric, we got invited to sell at what they call Sneaker Exchange in South Africa. That had Bo, Shane Eagle, the late Ricky Rick. And we had our T-shirts on display. And that's when we were like, okay,
this thing is big.
Like if you can put your time and energy and love into something,
that's business.
It can you know, mature into something.
Great, I get.
So from there onwards, every single project that I liked, I put that same energy, and then
it grow.
It started there, and then it evolved as time went on.
Yeah, bro. Because right now where we are, it's like it's huge, bro, and it's amazing.
I appreciate it.
And it's a good thing that you speak about something many young people would relate, because those are the audience we are trying to actually bring this to say those young people at schools, at home, who are doing nothing or who are doing something, who are still in class. It's not a matter of being out of school, then you think, what business can I do and stuff. Where you are, your environment, they influence business. That's the whole idea about entrepreneurship. So thank you for that, bro. So then you start that business there, you see it grow, matric, then you go abroad. That's the part we wanna hear. Then you go abroad, you go to Taiwan. So what are you doing in Taiwan?
Taiwan, I was studying international business and marketing. I did that for 4 years. And within the 4 years I was there, I was also working part-time. This is gonna go a bit crazy. So I was working part-time I started off as a hotel waiter. Worked at a hotel. From a hotel, I went to work for a credit repair service company. So it fixes people's credit score. So it's like, let's say you took a loan from the bank and you didn't pay it.
I get you.
The credit score gets damaged, you know, and then there are specialists or people that help you fix that, you know. So I was in that department, and then from there I went to work as a part-time English teacher. So I was all over the place.
I get you.
And to be honest, it was a blessing from God, because from a young age, I was receiving a paycheck that, you know, as a Swazi, you look at it and you're like,
back there.
This is I shouldn't be having I shouldn't be having this. At the same time, you know, Taiwan is a first world country.
I get.
You know, you are around millionaires, you are around people with money. So like you get to understand
how to even use money.
How to use your financial literacy, you know, grows, and you understand that, you know what? That's when I realized I'm too young to be working like I've got 2 kids and I've got rents to pay. I've got, school fees to pay.
Yeah.
So like, let me use this knowledge of money and understanding and business that I've leveraged from people and invested in myself.
I get you.
But also Taiwan is not my country.
One day you have to go home.
So the best way to practice these things is in my home country.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm back here. Yeah, I came back. But Taiwan was a great experience and
first world country, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can only imagine. And having money there.
Yeah.
I think that when you come back home, you like, your mind is open.
Exposed, yeah.
Like you think in a different level somehow, of which many of us are still trying to learn about on social media. Like, you see people use money and they teach us financial literacy that is applicable to their countries and not ours.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, I get you. Then you come back home, bro. You start Msutfu beef, or you start the feedlot.
Yes. So
The feedlot is Msutfu beef.
yes.
Then I'm just trying to think, bro. Like, back there from Taiwan, you come to invest in livestock. Like, what's the connection between you and livestock? Like, how did you transition to such a business?
All right. So I think livestock has always been in my life from my grandparents, my late grandparents. They, when I was growing up, 10 years old, 9 years old, during December holidays, I went to go visit them. So that's where I understood, the livelihood of how important livestock is.
I get you.
Just for survival, though.
Just for survival.
They were not doing it at a commercial. Just December, kunenyama yabo, kunemshibo, there's milk, you see. So when I then went to Taiwan, I started to, because I did international business, and doing international business means you have business practices for different industries.
Okay.
So it's not just like one. So you learn about logistics, you learn about agriculture, you learn about financial institutions.
And then international, like
Right. So when I was studying, I learned about the importance of agriculture. So you're looking at places like the United States and how they are flourishing in agriculture, Australia. So I come back home and, my mother just, tells me about feedlots. And I'm like, okay. So, she gives me a good background about it. And then I'm a numbers guy. I like to do numbers.
Yeah,
so
to see if
I'm also doing numbers. And I'm like, hi, this thing has demand.
Yeah.
So that was where the interest really came from.
Yeah.
If something has demand, so much demand and little supply, you get into it, because you know that you're most likely going to
make a killing out of it.
Exactly.
Oh, I get you, bro. No, that's amazing. Because one will think when you come back from there, you'll start something like gigantic or something out of this way, and only to find that it's such businesses, as you've said. You've done the research, the international supply chain, if the meat industry, and so I get the demand you're talking about, because a lot of people in the country I've seen, and right now they are venturing into feedlot. I also saw one guy who was like, he's also venturing into feedlots on social media, and I was like, oh, that means it must be a viable business.
Yeah.
But take me through a day, like, as a feedlot owner, bro. Like, what do you get up to? Because I can imagine you, okay, maybe the cows are in one place.
Yeah.
So what do you get up to maintaining cows till, let's say, just from entry, then nurturing, then selling?
Yeah.
What's that process like?
Yeah, no, what part to get into it. One thing I want to put out there that, feedlotting is not nice. It's like, I don't want to give that influence that, guys, it's easy and everyone must do it. No. So when you look at that demand, it has a high entry level.
Okay.
It's got barriers because it's a very capital intensive business. It needs a lot of starting capital.
I get you.
So as a feedlot, so what you do is you go and you source winners of what we call bullocks, basically the young bulls.
Okay.
So you source that. If you don't have your own breeding stock, you source it from different farmers. And then you put them in a controlled space right? Which is a crawl. And you basically bring the food to them instead of them going out to graze. So there's obviously different formulas based on your pocket and what you can afford. But I always advise to do the best. Don't chance. Don't get into a business and you're not prepared to give the best quality. So you feed them over a different time span. It could be 9 months, it could be 3 months, or 4 months, or just depending on the growth of the bull, because each bull has different genetics, you see. And then once it's ready, you go and you call the people who need it, the demand. It can be your super spa, your pick and pay, it could be butcheries, restaurants.
So in the country, who are those people in the country?
Like I said, there's a lot of clients, butcheries, mshayangonjane, big boys. Like there's a whole lot of people. You just need to pick the one that's good for you and that you can work well with, and then just be consistent.
So they like weigh the cow.
Yeah, so they slaughter it.
Oh, they have to slaughter it.
Yes. So you be there. They slaughter it. They take out the intestines, and then they put it on a weigh chain, and then it reads, for example. So like, let's say if what they call a carcass, the carcass is maybe 200 kilograms, right? They times it by now the rate that you negotiate. So it could be 65 rand a kilo, 60 rand a kilo, 70. So 200 times 70 is 14,000. So now if you've got 5 bulls, that's 14,000 times 5 if they've all averaged 200 kg.
Yeah.
And that's in the space of 3 months.
Oh, wait, that's what I want to ask. It's a 3 months process.
Well, for me, it's a 3 months process.
That means you feed them.
I feed them. I don't felela.
Yeah. Because I can imagine how much you have to feed, like.
Yeah, you have to feed. So for us, we try to give it an average of 1.2 to 1.3 thousand kgs.
Oh, I get you.
So, sometimes it happens that we go overboard if we believe like it needs more time, or sometimes it's less if we feel like the genetics of the bull is good, so it picks up faster. So
yeah. So like how in the space which you've started your journey, like how many cows, can I put it like that? How many cows have you
have I worked with?
Yeah, have you worked? How many clients? The clients who
how many clients have I worked with, or how many bulls?
No, I mean like the cows. How many stocks have you sold? What are they to you? Are they stock or they are what?
Yeah, I could say it's stock.
Yeah, how many have you reared?
Okay, so I started in 2023 October with 6.
Okay, yeah.
And now I have a space of 30.
30
every 3 months.
Sure. Like you have 30 right now?
No. Every 3 months. So 10 get slaughtered.
Oh.
You see? So 10 come out every month.
Oh.
So in 3 months, 30 come out. Yeah. But I started with 6.
Yo, bro, you see consistency.
Yeah.
If you say 2023, that's a lot, bro. And then this is what I love about you. You didn't do one thing and we're like, okay, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
Then you were like innovative, which is where Bliss Burgers come in. That's the thing I want us to talk about, to say, how do you then think of, okay, now I've got the burgers. An ordinary person would say, I'll just do feedlots and my children's children will do feedlots. Why change a formula that works? That's what they say.
Yeah.
So how do you become innovative, and what inspires like you venturing into burgers now?
So, this is one thing I want to put out there is, you don't do everything alone. In fact, you can't do everything alone. So Bliss Burgers was actually a collaborative effort of my little sister and my cousin. So the story came about like this. Obviously, I've got the feedlot bulls, I'm selling whatnot.
Yeah.
I then decide, no, let me take a bull for myself and slaughter it and make stewing beef, steaks, fillets, and keep it in the freezer at home.
Just for your
No, just to sell to my community.
Oh, okay,
you
okay,
know,
okay.
you know, if my aunt needs a stewing beef, she can come and buy. And this money is going into my pocket.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
exactly. So it wasn't moving, the stewing beef.
Oh,
And the cuts, and it was sitting in the freezer for a long time until it's eating electricity.
yeah.
So we decided, you know what? My little sister wants to go to Injabulweni Day, which
Okay.
is where my stores are. You sell
I
your
get that career thing.
Yeah.
Career fails.
Exactly. So she comes to me and she's like, I want to go there. I don't know what to sell. My sister likes to cook. Then I go, you know what? Maybe we can try 2 burgers. And then she says, yeah, no, let's do burgers, but let's do burgers from scratch.
Oh, like
We take the stewing beef, sikaye, into minced meats, and then we make a patty. And then my cousin comes to say, hey, me, I can bake lelpanisi from scratch also. The roll from scratch, a kitchen. We don't have to go and buy it from a Pick and Pay. I can make it in the house.
I get you.
Oh, we put all those things together.
It works.
I love marketing and posting on social media. So I post that journey in the kitchen the night before in Jabuleni Day.
Oh, yeah.
One food, they come in Jabuleni Day and it sells out.
Oh,
Everyone buys it. Everyone likes it. That's when I go, okay.
this is something.
There's the next business now. So it was definitely
A collaboration.
collaborative effort of many people's skills. I can't even bake. I can't even cook. I just supply the beef.
Yeah, you know, you read the cows and you have the
Exactly. So I just supply the beef, but at the same time, I love marketing. So also, I'm using my marketing skills within things that I can actually see that works or not. That's why I like being an entrepreneur than rather to be employed.
Okay.
Not to say employment is bad. No, it's not. But in the other side of things, if you own the entities, you can use your skills and actually see if they work or not.
Oh, yeah.
And marketing is trial and error. You know, you can come up with a marketing strategy and think it's gonna work, and then it does, and then it flops. But you have to try again and again.
Because there's one that will like boom and
Exactly.
turn your life around, especially in the days of social media.
Exactly.
It's so important that you try everything and you post.
Post.
Yeah, people are afraid to post, and I'm like, they are doing a business, but they're afraid to post.
Exactly.
The last time we spoke with our guest, and we were like, people are locking their profiles, yet they want to sell something. And someone, and you're like, hey, this person, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But they're selling something. So I get what you're doing. And a very important note you put out there to say it was a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
You can't do it alone. You can't have all the resources by yourself. You need other people to work with. So anyone who's watching this, make sure you subscribe. We need your subscription so that we work
Exactly.
to create a big platform.
Yes.
So, yeah, shout out on that. And which places have you gone? Like, which places have you gone?
Okay, so funny enough, like in Jabs Day was where we started a year ago, you know, without really understanding what we're doing.
What you're doing.
So from Jabs Day, we then we did a lot of pop-ups in different places. Like we would go to Matapa and just set up by a warehouse. And then we did Friends of Piano, which was an event last year, November. We've did, I can't even remember some of them, man. Yeah, we've been on the road.
Yeah, last week or last something, you were at Peculiar People.
Yeah, so basically that one was interesting because that one was more of a networking. Like we went there to network more than anything, you know, and that's how we bumped into the CEO of Baba, and we were able to now give her an experience of actually tasting the burgers properly, you know. So we've done a lot of pop-ups, small events, and then we accumulated those small events into a portfolio. You do a lot of small places. We got a lot of no's. there were a lot of people who said no to
yeah.
us. So we tried to knock, hey, can we set up a store outside? And they were like, no. But I appreciate the no's because it gave us the energy actually to keep on trying and
Extra pull. No, bro, thank you very much. Thank you very I can't overemphasize you being here and how important you being here it is to me, to the viewers out there, because like a young person, knowing Gucci, there's a young person doing great things at 25, bro. Like he owns cattle, like you see cattle in the country right now. People, when they think of cattle, you see them saying, once I retire,
no.
I'll buy cattle but now a young person at the age of 25 is like, so it's mind blowing. And thank you, bro. Thank you very much for being here. And we hope everyone who was watching was inspired. But before we let you go, bro, I just want to know, Uzi, what was you've said, Uzi, you've had some no's. When you're trying to knock, you see but generally, what have been your like, I won't say worst failures, but the hardest one that hit you, bro, and you were like, I'm thinking of leaving this thing. Because there are times like that.
Okay, I think my hardest one is I love music, and my friends are gonna laugh when he hears this. But we did an event. New Year's. It wasn't a failure to the people. The people enjoyed it.
They enjoyed.
But when we looked at the reports financially, it's like, yo, we made a big loss.
Looking at how much you put in.
Yeah, looking at how much we put in compared to what we got, we made a big loss. So we did an event, a crossover, New Year's. We had guests from SA come through, and people had a good time. But
you knowing what you put in.
Like it was heartbreaking, man. I remember we sat there in the room and we cried, bro. We were like, yo, we've never lost so much money before, but at the same time, it's the right time to be taking these failures because we don't have major responsibilities. It's good to take risks when you know that like no one else is going to be affected from that risk you're taking. I don't know if I'm making
I get you.
So that inspired us to keep on trying, and it's still working now. The same person that like I took this failure with was performing at Cotton Fest last week.
Imagine, bro.
So we still continuing to do this music thing, and even though it hurt us 2 years ago, now we just look back and it's like, oh, remember that, and we just laugh about it.
Laugh it off. I think that's important that you ask our guests such questions, because when you have guests like you here, people think, by energy, or they have their luck or something. And they don't think, you actually have something that also hits you very hard. Almost lead into depression, but everyone is like, no, bro. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself. And that's the main point of this podcast. That's the main point of Behind the Idea. That we go behind each and everyone's idea and get to show our viewers and our audience these ideas came up this way. These are the challenges and the likes. So big ups to Suthi Major, bro. And I'm hoping, bro, because this is I will actually write part 1 here, guys. We have this is part 1. I'm hoping we have a second chance, and the platform is growing to a point where we've got a lot of ideas. I think next time we meet will be somewhere in your place or in your stall. Tastings the Bliss Burgers in real time. So thank you very much, bro. Any last words, bro? Because we are talking to entrepreneurs here. They are.
I would just say to the people to don't fear anyone but God, to be honest. That's the only power that can make things move for you. So put God and center God in your business and don't give up. I actually think you should start now, not tomorrow. As you're watching this, go pause or go save the video, go take your notebook, go write down that idea and start to find a way to make it work, because an idea that isn't an execution is only a dream. So that's it.
No, thank you very much.
No, I appreciate it.
thank you for being here. I can't overemphasize. It was a late notice, but you were like, no, I'm gonna come and go. So please make sure you subscribe, guys. This is the end of our episode, part 1. Though, please make sure you notice this part 1, and make sure you comment. Suthi Major must come back. Please make sure. There's a lot we didn't talk.
If we get to 10,000 views, I'll come back.
Definitely, guys. You've had 10,000 views. 10,000 views. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, you hit the notification bell, you like, comment, and peace. This is Phiwa Ngosingwenya, your host, and with an amazing crew here. Make sure you follow them. You'll find their details on the comment section or on the description. Yeah. So thank you very much. Shout outs.